Hawking's paradox states that during the process of evaporation and disappearance, a black hole would destroy all information about the matter it had ever swallowed. Contrary to the rules of quantum physics, this paradox has finally been resolved. According to theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, black holes will gradually disappear as they emit a form of radiation. This radiation is called Hawking radiation, but it takes the form of thermal energy. Radiation can carry information about its source, while heat cannot do that. Therefore, as black holes gradually vanish, all information about the star that created them will also disappear. This contradicts the principles of quantum mechanics. Information cannot be destroyed, and an object's final state can reveal clues about its initial state. This is known as the Hawking information paradox. We all know that black holes are objects of such immense mass that nothing, not even light, can escape their gravitational pull. Even light is created when giant stars collapse. In classical physics, black holes are considered to be entities of an extremely simple nature. It can be described by three characteristic quantities: mass, angular momentum, and electric charge. Professor Xavier Carmet, who teaches physics at SAW University, explains. However, the primordial star that formed the black hole was an extremely complex physical entity. Protons and electrons combine without neutrons to form the chemical elements of that star. Although black holes do not retain a record of these complex chemical elements, quantum physics laws assert that information cannot be erased from the universe. Therefore, theoretically, from the radiation emitted by a black hole, we can still recover information about the original complex star. In 1976, Stephen Hawking broke this rule by asserting that the black hole continuously emits a special form of radiation. This radiation leak causes black holes to gradually evaporate and eventually vanish completely. However, this radiation is emitted in the form of heat. This also means that all information about the star that created the black hole would vanish along with it. Contrary to the rules of quantum physics, there is a hypothesis that the existence of black holes could be prolonged. And through radiation, we can visualize the image of the black hole and the star that created it. Professor Carmet spent nearly 3 years to find the solution to Hawking's paradox. In his latest research, he re-examined and re-evaluated the calculations Hawking performed in 1976. But this time, the impact of quantum gravity is taken into account in the description of gravity. According to the principles of quantum mechanics, this is precisely what Hawking did not do. Professor Carmet stated that although these quantum corrections related to gravity are extremely small, but it plays an extremely important role in the process of black hole evaporation. We have demonstrated that these effects produce Hawking radiation. It is no longer merely thermal energy but has gained the capacity to store information. The research team led by Professor Carmet has also identified this physical phenomenon. Information escapes from a black hole through Hawking radiation, and an outside observer could gather this information to restore the black hole to its original state as a star. However, in practice, this process cannot yet be implemented, because it requires an extremely sensitive measuring device to be able to detect Hawking radiation. And this device does not currently exist. The two newly discovered black holes are the closest to Earth ever found and belong to a completely new, previously unknown category. Backyard, at a distance of just a few thousand light-years. This is a completely new type of celestial object, never before observed by astronomers. These two black holes are respectively named Gaia ABH1 and Gaia ABH2. This data was discovered by the Gaia spacecraft, operated by the European Space Agency, ESA. Specifically, Gaia ABH1 is a black hole located 1,000 light-years from Earth. Gaia ABH1 is located 1,565 light-years from Earth in the direction of the Ophiuchus constellation. Meanwhile, Gaia ABH2 is located 3,800 light-years from Earth in the direction of the Sagittarius constellation, belonging to the area often referred to as the Earth's backyard, the region that most telescopes usually overlook. This is a near-record proximity of black holes ever discovered near Earth. One of them belongs to a star system that is the complete opposite of our world. There are 8 planets around the Sun, and countless other celestial bodies, many of which have the potential to harbor life. Among them is Earth, a lush green planet teeming with life. However, around a star identical to the Sun in the constellation Ophiuchus, the only black hole mentioned creates a truly spectral and lethal binary star system. Research team leader Kareem El-Badri. This scientist is also affiliated with the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics in the United States. And according to information from the Mark Langduck Institute of Astronomy, The distinguishing feature of this new group of black holes lies in their immense distance. With companion stars, stellar mass black holes, which are the smaller type of black hole, for example GABH1 and GABH2. It can be combined with a star to form a luminous system. In observations of X-ray radiation, they often lie quite close to each other and interact, with the black hole gradually drawing matter from its companion star. And that is precisely what made the system light up. However, these two black holes are located very far away and emit no light whatsoever. Their gravitational effect on their companion star does not cause them to emit light. And how these two long-distance couples have managed to maintain their relationships to this day remains an inexplicable mystery. Scientists expect to find the answer soon, as systems that were once spontaneous become increasingly exposed. A difficult task, as these dark black holes are extremely hard to observe. That is precisely why they are so close to Earth yet remained undiscovered until now. The 13.2 billion-year-old monster black hole is hurtling through space toward Earth and growing larger every day. A supermassive black hole, with a mass 10 million times that of the Sun. Images of objects from a world over 13.2 billion years ago have been revealed. This indicates that this celestial body has been voraciously consuming material since the dawn of the universe. Analysis results from observations by the James Webb Space Telescope, revealing the oath of a monster world member from the dawn of the universe. That is one of the most ancient black holes humanity has ever known. Appearing just 570 million years after the universe's birth in the Big Bang. The newly discovered object is located within the galaxy CER 1019, one of the earliest forming galaxies ever known to humanity. This monstrous black hole and its host galaxy are located more than 13.2 billion light-years from our Earth. The light from that source took that long to reach the telescope's lens. Therefore, the image scientists observed of this monster is actually an image from the past, from 13.2 billion years ago. That will help them open the door of time, returning to the universe at the dawn of its creation. And understand the mechanism that enables primordial black holes to grow to such large sizes so rapidly. This black hole is continuously growing, voraciously consuming the limited material resources of the early universe. The very